was really so proud of myself for having just done the video and gotten it all perfect when I got to the end and realised I forgot to do us a warm-up. Not the brightest thing in the world. So, this is take 2. I'm good at that, aren't I? Take 2. Anyway, my breathing's improved. I seem to be a bit asthmatic today. I don't know why, what set that off. But anyway, so we're going to come into just a position that is comfortable for you. If you don't want to sit like I am doing, an easy pose, then please don't sit like that. What I want you to do is just sit on a chair, do whatever is right for you. And I want to begin with a mudra today, and that mudra is a lotus mudra. And for this, you're going to bring your hands into a position where it looks like a flower. Can you see my thumbs are touching? My little fingers are touching. See? Flower. A lotus flower. The lotus flower represents enlightenment. It's rooted. They grow in swampy waters and they grow up through the swampy waters. And that is representing our attachments, things that we attach ourselves to. And it's not the good stuff, obviously. And the lotus flower grows in swampy waters and it makes its way up through the swamp. And then when it bursts out over the surface of the swamp, it opens into this amazing, beautiful flower, but the petals don't touch the surface of the water. And so the lotus flower represents us trying to find our way through the darkness, through all of the attachments that we've got to normal materialistic things, and we are searching for some sort of enlightenment. So that's what the lotus flower is about. But we have to remember to remain grounded. So this is a really nice mudra, because what we're going to do is, as we breathe in, you're going to lift that right the way up towards the ceiling. I'm not going to go too far because you won't be able to see my hands, but then the palms come together. And then you start to tuck the fingertips in towards each other and slowly send the fingertips down, and the backs of the hands start to touch. And then the hands root back down towards the earth. So you're going to do that as you breathe in. The hands raise up right the way through to the ceiling if you can, palms together. And as you exhale, the fingertips, backs the fingertips together, backs the hands together. So just allow yourself to close your eyes down and do as many breaths as feels right for you. So breathing in, we lift the lotus. Palms touch, and as we exhale, the lotus grounds and roots itself back down to the earth. So take your time with that. Do as many as it feels right for you. Breathing in as our lotus lifts. And exhaling as our lotus grounds itself back down to the earth. So breathing in as the lotus lifts. And breathing out as the lotus grounds itself back down to the earth. So do as many as that feels right for you. Maybe you just want to stay doing that easy and simple mudra, just focusing on being that person who searches for the good, for the light, but remains rooted and grounded without being a slave to our attachments. When you finish, just let the hands rest, palms facing up. And again, give yourselves a few moments there. Take your time doing that one, because it's quite a hypnotic one, to say the least. So, the warm-up that I forgot to do, okay, obviously if you've had any kind of surgery, if you've been sitting with your knees crossed, you're going to want to get rid of that. Now, the warm-up that I'm going to do is from a book that I bought years ago, Yoga for Real Life by Maya Fines, and she does Kundalini yoga. So this warm-up I'm going to do is actually from Kundalini. You'll have to Google Kundalini to find out about that. But I like this one just because it's slightly different. It's all seated, so do make sure that you're comfortable doing this. So legs are crossed again. This time I'm not going to cross them quite as tight as I did do before. I'm going to come into a spinal flex. Put your hands onto your knees. You're going to draw your chin in, and you're going to start to sink forwards. You're going to breathe in as you come forwards, and exhale as you lean back, gently arching backwards into the back like a cat stretch. So it's a bit like breathe in, arch forwards, breathe out, arch back, breathe in, arch forwards, breathe out, arch back. So do that 5 or 6 times. It's a bit like a seated cat-cow. Exhale, so breathing in, and exhale. Then you're going to bring yourself into what's known as a Sufi grind. Now I like quite getting funky with this. You're going to start to lean towards your right hand side, and the left shoulder is going to come forwards, and you're going to start to bring the right shoulder forwards, and then you're going to come back round towards the left hand side. What you're going to imagine that you're doing is drawing a big circle with your chin. So you're going to ease, okay? So we're just starting to rotate into a lovely big circle. It's nice if you close your eyes to do this. So you're going to go around about 5 or 6 times in one direction, and then you're going to take yourself around in the other direction in a Sufi grind. So you literally are grinding in circles. So 5 or 6 times in your Sufi grind. And then again, you're going to ease yourself back to a neutral position. I'm going to swap my legs over just so I'm not in the same position for too long. Now, what I'm going to do is coming into a twist. Now, if you're okay with this, you're going to bring fingertips in front of the shoulders, thumbs behind, elbows are in line with the shoulders, and you're going to breathe in to the right and exhale to the left. So breathe in to the right and exhale to the left. And take your time with that. So you're twisting from side to side, and the chin goes with you. Now you can stay here, just gently twisting from side to side. I'm doing it a little bit faster, just so you can see what I'm doing, but I'll probably go a bit slower. And then if you wish, you start to add arms into this. I brought my fingers into that Yana mudra. Thumb and index finger is just touching, and then slowly, bit by bit, my arms start to raise above my head until eventually my palms are touching above the head. You don't have to do that if it doesn't suit you. You choose what is right for you. And then when you're ready, gently ease back to the centre. Now we're going to come into some neck rolls, so I'm going to undo my cross-legged position for that, because being in that position gets a little bit too much for me. So for neck rolls, make sure that you're sitting upright to start off with. You're going to drop your chin in towards your chest. You're going to roll your right ear towards your right shoulder, so you feel a stretch down here. And then you're going to turn to look over the shoulder. And then you're going to come back to the centre. Drop the chin into the chest. Roll the left ear to the left shoulder. So you feel a stretch down that side now. Turn the left shoulder, turn to look over the left shoulder, and then come back to the centre. Now you're going to start to take that into a circle. Drop the chin in towards the chest. As you breathe in, roll the right ear to the right shoulder and gently roll the head back if that feels okay. Do this really slowly. As you exhale, you're going to roll the left ear back to the left shoulder, chin back into the chest. So take that through about 5 or 6 times. Breathe in to the right and exhale to the left. And once you've done that 5 or 6 times, you're going to go back round in the opposite direction. So the chin is going to come to the left, head gently drops back, chin back to the centre. So you breathe in this time to the left, and you breathe out to the right. So take that as many times as comfortable for you. And then when you've gone around 5 or 6 times each, head back to Now start to slide the legs as wide open as they will comfortably go. Now you don't have to do this. If you can't sit up straight here, you can sit against the wall or do this with the soles of the feet on the floor. Choose what is right for you. You're going to turn to face the left leg. You're going to breathe in to raise the arms up. And exhale to reach, almost as if you're trying to bring a ball over the top of the foot. Breathe in, turn to the right leg, and exhale over the right leg. If you do not wish to do the arms with this, you don't have to. So this is the life nerve stretch. So you're breathing in and twist and exhale. Breathe in, of course stretching into the hamstrings, and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. So you're going to do again that about 5 or 6 times each side, and then when you're ready, I prefer to bring hands behind and just squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then when you're ready, bring the legs back to the centre. Give the legs a bit of a shake. So we're going to come into our first pose now. You've done your warm up, and we're going to move through these a little bit quicker than when I'm doing them in the videos. So we're going to come into Apanasana. So you're going to come onto the floor, and you're going to bring the feet onto the floor to start off, and draw the right knee in towards your belly. So the right thigh is pressing into the right side of your waist, and if you can, you're going to straighten out that left leg. Now if you need to, scarf around the knee if you can't bring the knee too far in. And you're going to hold that for 10 breaths. So as you breathe in your wind relieving pose, you're going to breathe in and out. So you're massaging into that right side of the belly. You're going to take that 10 breaths, remember, and then you're slowly going to release that foot down and start to draw the left knee in. Scarf if you need to, pull that in. And again, extend the right leg out. Make sure you're comfortable there. Squeezing the left thigh in towards the left-hand side of the belly. And again, breathing in, so you're massaging into the belly, breathing about 10 times, if that feels okay. Remember, I'm going to do the video a little bit quicker, so you can pause it as you're listening, so you get your 10 breaths. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring both knees in, interlace fingers around that if you can, squeeze the knees in. You might even be able to get the elbows round. Squeeze that. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Again for about 10 breaths. And if you wish, take a breath in. Exhale. Really squeeze into that by hugging the thighs right in towards the belly. Tip of the nose, chin towards the knees. And then when you're ready, drop the legs back down. Just give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then you're going to roll over onto your side, so you can come round on towards the front of your body. So we're going to lie down so the feet are about hips width apart. And to begin with, just lie down, make sure that you're comfortable here, massaging the belly in, and rest the forehead down. Bring the tops of the feet onto the floor, and we're going to come into snake pose. So you're going to bring the hands around towards the side of the body to begin with, and rest the forehead down. Take a deep breath in, exhale fully, and slowly lift head and shoulders. And as you are here, you'll feel yourself massaging into your belly. And then gently release that back down. Now if you wish to take this further, you can again lift. Breathing gently. You can take the hands by interlacing the hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze into the shoulders. And pulling the hands down towards the feet. Into your snake. Remember, it's a strong backward bend. Be gentle with this. And then easing softly back down. If you wish, you can come into that a couple of times, but do be careful. Again, left hand down, roll onto the right hip and just slide the left knee in. Coming into your flapping fish just to ease out the back. Draw the navel into the spine as you're doing that, so you're easing the backward bend that you were just doing. Again, you can do this on both sides. So I'm just going to stay here for a moment, but if you wish, roll on to the other side and bring the right knee up with the left leg straight. And when you're ready, you're going to come back and you're going to start to walk elbows gently. Pull the navel into the spine and start to walk the elbows back towards the knees. Soften the hips back down. Make sure you can see me. Soften the hips down and ease into just coming into your swan. And if you wish, child's pose. Forehead on the floor, backs the hands either side of the feet. And if you do want to take an extra stretch in the back from that, up onto hands and knees and come into a cat stretch. Now coming into your wide knee child, you're going to walk the knees towards the side of the mat, toes touching. Press the tops of the feet into the floor and start to sink your bum down towards your heels. If you've got issues with your knees, this doesn't feel good, then please be careful. Cushion underneath the chest if it feels a bit better for you to do it that way. You can even put a cushion under your bum as well. And soften here. If the arms just aren't ready for reaching forwards, find a nice, comfortable position where you can ease into this. You can relax the shoulders away from the ears. Quite often I just have my hands, fingertips just touching, relaxing the shoulders. You're in your wide knee child's pose. If you're okay, you're going to reach the arms out, chest sinking down towards the earth, forehead on the floor. You can bend the elbows if you wish, one palm over the other. Choose what is right for you. Maybe your arms need to be wide. It must feel comfortable. And again, if you want to add to this, walking the hands as I do in the other video over towards the left, just to give an extra stretch to the right. Take it to the other side. Again, just a gentle stretch into the left hand side. And then very carefully back to the centre. When you're ready again, ease back, walk the hands in. Use your hands to get the knees back because you may well be feeling that. If you prefer, back into a cat-cow. Just a massage back into the spine. And maybe you'd rather do what I do, which is just walk fingertips behind and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to come into our cow face pose. Because my knees are starting to feel it now, I'm going to stick a cushion underneath my bum. Just makes it a little bit easier. So cow face pose, I'm going to start by doing this forwards and then I'm going to turn around so you can see a bit more clearly what I'm doing. I'm draw my left arm up towards the ceiling and my left hand is coming down to the centre of my shoulder blades. Right hand is holding on to that left elbow. My head isn't pushing forwards. I'm still long in my neck. Navel's drawn in towards my spine, so I'm not arching into my back. Chin doesn't drop down. Chin is level with the floor. So there's a beautiful length coming into the body now. Shoulders are still rolling away from the ears. Now from here, if you wish to take it further, you're going to start to walk this right arm up the back. And you may or may not be able to catch hold of hands. There we go. Not doing a very good job now sitting on my cushion, am I? So maybe this is as far, maybe you can't reach this far, sorry, in which case you hold on to something. You hold it for about 10 breaths, release it, and again, ease into the shoulders. And then when you're ready, remember if you're not good with this, use a chair to sit on. Right arm, easing the right shoulder away from the ears, right elbow towards the ceiling, chin level with the floor, lengthening into the back. Hold it here if this is as far as you need to go. And again, if you can, you're going to release that. The hand's going to walk up the back, and only if you can, holding on to the hands. If you need to use a scarf, then do so. There we go. I've only just got this flexibility back, so I'm really lucky that it's coming back to me. So again, when you're ready, you've held that for about 10 breaths. You're going to slowly release that, and you're just going to ease into the shoulders. My music's gone off, I've just noticed. Now, we have to move this mat back just a little bit so we can come now into our standing pose. So I'm going to finish with bent knee triangle, but proper name, side extended ankle, extended side ankle, sorry. So come into standing whichever way is best for you, and you are going, sorry about the mat, to bring your feet so they are about the length of your own leg apart. I'm going to come a bit further over towards here, that's a bit better. Both toes facing the side of the mat, body's facing the side of the mat. Walk the right foot so it's facing towards the right hand side, and slide the back heel back a little bit and gently bend into that front knee. Now just the foot so you can still see the inside of the ankle and the big toe. Knee, don't let that knee go past the ankle. The knee must be directly over the heel or a little bit further back depending on how far you can take this. You may be here when you come into this pose. The hand might need to rest, and you may just need to keep your hand on the hip. You may even want to put your arm on to the shoulder. You might be able to lift it a little bit higher, but eventually what we're going to do is going to start to lean forwards, but the weight stays in the back leg as well as the front leg, and the elbow is going to come down. Make sure there's no weight here. Now spin your heart open so the chest is still facing the side of the mat. Don't collapse into the arm when you do this. So maybe this is where you need to stay. I like a mudra with my hands, so I put my index finger to touch my thumb. Not too much weight here, pressing that back foot into the floor. When I'm ready, I can just raise my hand through towards the ceiling. The palm is facing at the moment towards the wall, which is this wall, by the way. When I feel as if I can take it further, I'm going to drop my arm over. So I'm starting to create that beautiful long line. My palm is facing down over my foot. Now, maybe you need to stay here with the gaze. Maybe you can draw it and look towards those fingers. Now that's making me sweat now. And you know that you just hold this for 3 or 4 breaths to start off with. And then when you're ready, begin to gently ease and soften from that. Ease into the hips. It's quite a strong one. So again, toes are facing forwards. You're going to walk the left toes out towards the left this time and bend in towards that left knee. Again, heart is going to still face towards the side. Make sure you can see the inside of the ankle and the big toe. When you're ready, resting the elbow down. Slide that back heel so the heel is closer towards the mat. And if you need a bit of strength with this, push your foot against the wall. It makes it a little bit easier. Again, maybe you need to rest here. My mudra, I like doing that. No weight on the elbow. And maybe you found that you can't bring the arm over the head that way. Maybe you need to do it this way first. Extend it up towards the ceiling. Maybe that's where you want to stay. When you're ready, either drop it over the head this way or bring it back in and then extend. And again, gaze can be up towards the hand, or if you prefer, looking down. And again, I'm sweating. This is a strong pose. What you're aiming for is that beautiful long line down the side of the body. No collapsing, keeping the body extended. Perfect. And then when you're ready, slowly and carefully, ease back out. Ease into the hips, heel toe the feet back together. And guess what? It is time for all of you to lie down. So while I put my music back on, you are going to lie down and for Shavasana, please just bring yourself into a comfortable supine position. You can lie on your back, you can lie on your side, whatever is comfortable for you is what you're going to do. So just gently soften into a relaxation pose. So I want you just to bring yourself into a comfortable position. And just be still. There is nothing now that you need to do. Nothing but relax, soften, and ease. I want you just to feel the weight of your own body in your mat. Feel everything completely softening and loosening. And I'm going to end today with part of a yoga nidra. And in yoga nidra, we make a journey around the body. And in that journey, we let the energy flow through the body from point to point. And as I name parts of the body today, I want you to imagine there is a blue light. And as I name a part of the body, that blue light jumps from point to point in the body. And like a tiny bolt of lightning, each time it touches part of your body, it sends a healing, protective energy into your body. Almost like each part of you is going to light up. So bring your awareness to your right hand thumb and allow this blue light to make its way around your body. Right hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth finger, back of the hand, palm of the hand, right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, collarbone, right side of the chest, right side of the waist, right hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Go to the left hand thumb, second finger, third, fourth, fifth finger, back of the hand, palm of the hand, left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, collarbone, left side of the chest, left side of the waist, left hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth toe. Go to the top of the head, the forehead, the right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, the space between the eyelids, right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, space between the lips, the chin, right side of the jaw, left side of the jaw, the throat, the middle of the chest, the navel. Let your awareness now rest in your navel and just allow your breath to come naturally. And I want you to imagine in your own mind you are seated in the perfect cross-legged position. And in your own imagination you are going to return to where we began. And you are going to place your hands in your imagination into your lotus flower mudra. As you breathe in, imagine you are lifting that lotus flower high to the sky. And as you exhale, you imagine you are rooting by drawing the backs of the hands together, fingers draw back down to the earth. So in your own mind, you are simply ending where you began. Breathing in as you lift your lotus high above a video or attachments. And as we exhale, we are reminded that we are still rooted and grounded to this earth. So with each breath, your lotus lifts, ridding you of all that holds you back. And as you exhale, you imagine your lotus rooted and grounded to the earth. So finishing just with those few breaths in your imagination as you lift your lotus and exhale as you ground and root down to the earth. And then allow yourself just a few more breaths in this way.